So welcome to the second part of the video about Sherlock, the GPS tracker for bicycles. First I'll show you the app, then I'll show you how the device is integrated into my bike, and then we'll actually go out and make a real-world test. So let's begin. This is what you see when you start or launch the app. If you have your bike added here, you can click and see details about your bike, the battery level, and I would say the most important thing is that you can change the frequency of the GPS tracker. I think you can choose from 2 minutes, 1 hour, and 2 hours, and 3. So this is the frequency that Sherlock would kind of call back and tell you its location. There's not much more that you can do from here. The main thing, I guess, is that you can lock the bike from here. So you lock it like this. The bike is right next to me. You have to be close so that you're in the reach of Bluetooth. And the second thing is, that was kind of surprising for me, is that you actually have to be online with your phone. Probably there is a technical reason why it's done this way. So yeah, the blue dot is me, the black symbol is my bike. So now we're at the same location because the bike is right next to me. Now it's locked, and if the bike moved now, it would send me a notification and tell me that the bike is probably stolen. We'll see that in the third part of the video. Yeah. So now I'd like to show you how the device is actually sitting inside the bike. This is how it would look when it's charging. I have hidden the device under the rubber here. So when I actually pull this out, then I think it's actually really hard to see that there is something inside. Yeah, so that's how it sits in the handlebar here. So let's go out and make some tests in the wild. So I thought maybe a good way to test this would be to lock the bike and then stop in different environments in terms of obstacles for the GPS. So that first I'll stop really like no obstacles under a clear sky, then I'll stop under a bridge, then in a forest, then I'll take the bike to a basement, and then to the balcony in my apartment. The tracker, the frequency is set to 2 minutes, and you can so you can track, or you can see the times on my phone. I'll try to do this in one run. So let's start. And somewhere here in Bratislava, by the way, right next to Danube. So let me lock the bike first. Oops. Okay, let's start. So it's 12:25. I got a notification, I don't know if you can see anything here, that the bike has moved, but the location is widely incorrect so far. So it's 12:29 and now the location is pretty much accurate. I don't know if you can see anything, but it's pretty much accurate, and like on a space where there is nothing. So far so good, but it took much longer than it's supposed to take. So it's 12:33 and I arrived under a bridge, and this still thinks I'm somewhere else. I'm supposed to be here under a bridge. So let's wait a bit. So I am here, and the tracker thinks I'm here still. So 12:43 and the location is already kind of okay here. So we're supposed to be where the blue dot is, but this is a difference of maybe 20 meters, something like this. 50 maybe. Yeah. So under a bridge like this. So it's 12:52 and I've arrived to Forest. So it's 1:22. I gave it a half an hour basically, and there is no update in the position, so I'm giving up here in the forest, and I'll go to the basement of the house. Here's how it looks. So here is where they think the bike is, and here is where I am actually. So they actually think I'm still under the bridge. So it turns out that Sherlock probably ran out of battery in the forest. So I recharged it now, and then it picked up the location on my balcony correctly, but I have to go now and repeat the forest test and the basement test again. So let's see what happens. So I'm back in the forest for a second try. So far it doesn't look good. It's 16:04. Let's see when will the location be picked up. So I've put the bike in a basement now. It actually picked up the location in the forest correctly. I just went away already. The basement is not underground, it's above the floor, and there is just like little windows here. So let's see how that's gonna work. So far the location hasn't updated yet. So lessons learned from today. Number one would be keep your battery charged. Number two would be that the update frequency of the GPS and generally the performance of the GPS is nowhere close to your phone. Basically it's only accurate when the bike is still. You would also have to be lucky for the thief to leave the bike somewhere outside without too many obstacles around it, because when it's inside or somewhere in a basement, you're simply out of luck. So to be fair, I would leave the judgment or the decision whether this sounds like a good deal to you or not up to you. I hope this video helped you at least a bit. Thanks for watching. Ciao.